If you haven't done anything to improve your marriage lately, I mean improve, not just continue and maintain, but improve. Bring a little something new into the relationship. Today would be a good day to do that. Today being the day you're seeing this, whatever day that might be. There are three things a wife can do to make the marriage, the relationship better on her own, without discussing it, without sharing it, without getting an agreement, unilaterally. Number one, never reject even the slightest favor or service that a husband offers. Whatever it is, the smallest gesture should be encouraged, because a man thrives on giving. When you accept what he gives, you make him feel like a man, no matter what it is. To be demanding or critical of what he's offering discourages him from offering. And then you wonder what happened to the marriage. So men are always, husbands, are always trying to serve, to help, to be useful, to contribute. Don't discourage it. It may not be exactly what you need from him at that moment, but every time he gives, your job is to receive. You have to say, Roger, I think, right? I got the message. I heard it. I accepted it. It was received. If you do that, you encourage more giving. There's a story about the first Lubavitcher Rebbe 200 years ago. He was collecting charity for ransoming people who had been arrested by their landowner, who were in dungeons, and the only way to get them out is by ransoming them. So he collected money for that. He came to a town and he asked for a list of all the wealthy members. There was one very wealthy man who was not on the list. And the Rebbe inquired, why wasn't this man's name on the list? And they told him, this man is very wealthy, but he's also very stingy. He never gives. In fact, he has this nasty habit. He has this one coin, a 10-cent piece or whatever. Any request, no matter what the need is, he offers that coin. And people refuse it. It's embarrassing, it's insulting. The Rebbe says, let's go to his house first. Reluctantly, they went. And of course, the Rebbe presented the need, the great, desperate need. The man offered the coin. The Rebbe took it, thanked him, blessed him, and walked out the door. The man chased after the Rebbe and said, wait, I can do better. And he gave some more. The Rebbe thanked him and blessed him, and again got up to leave. And the man said, wait, I think I can do better than that. And he gave a really generous donation. When they left, the people, the Rebbe, who were accompanying the Rebbe, said, you truly are a miracle worker. That was a miracle. And the Rebbe said, no, it's not a miracle. No one ever gave him the opportunity to feel the pleasure, experience the pleasure of giving, because they always threw the coin back at him. All I did was thank him for his donation. And it felt really good. So he said, wait, I can get into this. I can enjoy giving. That's a very good example for what we do in a marriage. If you accept the little donations, you encourage greater donations. If you reject the little ones, then giving doesn't feel good anymore. So if you reject what your husband wants to give, tries to give, and gives, you're really discouraging his role as a man, his role as a husband. So be careful, accept every effort, every gesture, every time he gives something of himself, even little things like opening a door. Notice, pay attention. That can change the entire dynamic of the relationship. Number two, of course, which is true of every relationship, is the respect. No one wants to come home to a wife that he knows does not respect him. Nobody wants to walk into a room where they can predict and expect criticism. No one willingly puts himself through that. So a husband who comes home to a wife who doesn't respect him is living in misery, dreads coming home. So one of the things to consider is, how do you greet your husband? What do you say when he walks in the door? You haven't seen him all day. Now he walks in the door. What happens? Those moments are crucial. Does he receive a welcome when he comes home? Anybody excited to see him come home? This is devastatingly important. How you greet your husband can change the entire dynamic in the home. Something like, in anticipation of his coming home, do you dress up or dress down? Are you in your house coat? Are you in a kerchief on your head because your hair is not combed out? A little effort to show him that you anticipate his arrival as a pleasant experience, not an awful, necessary discomfort. And in general, maintaining a good appearance, which is an effort, but it's worth it because you give your husband not only something pretty to look at, but you're showing that you're thriving by being his wife. That being his wife has improved your life, has improved your personality, your mood. Husband who comes home to a wife always in a down mood, it drags everyone down. Same is true actually for children also. Children come home from school and you're in a bad mood. This is a disaster. Because those first moments set the tone for the relationship. Your child walks in the room and you're annoyed. Don't put your things down there. Why are you making so much noise? Why are you late? Nobody wants to come home to that. If it happens later in the day, it's not as terrible. But as first reaction, Got to be careful. The other very important, very practical thing, meal time has to be sacred time. When you're sitting at a meal at a table, there cannot be criticism, there can't be sarcasm, there can't be any put downs. The table has to be a place where everyone feels safe. You will never be insulted at the table. You will never be criticized at the table. You will never be rejected at the table. When the family eats, that is such a bonding moment. And to ruin that, never. So, when a person comes in the room or in the house after not seeing each other for a while and at the table, those are moments you have to really be careful. They got to be positive. They have to be welcoming. You have to feel safe. A child comes home, he shouldn't be cringing. He shouldn't be on the defensive. He shouldn't be expecting an angry or impatient reception. A husband should not expect to be met with criticism, with complaints, certainly not with rejection. you want to hurt his feelings, do it later, not first thing when he walks in. And it's a subtle thing. Even if you don't say anything, it's just a look on your face. So if you have to fake it, you may do so. Sometimes consideration is more important than honesty. The third thing for every wife, for every relationship is women need appreciation, men need admiration. You must have something that you admire in your husband. It can be as trivial as his height, his physical strength, or something more noble and more important, his patience, his wisdom, his maturity, his knowledge, his social skills. There must be something you admire, which means you look up to him for it because he has more than you do. If you feel that you're ahead of your husband on all fronts, and there's nothing he can do for you that you can't do for yourself, it's discouraging and emasculating. A man needs to feel like he's got something to give, something that you admire because you're not as good at it. If you admire two things or three things, you've got a really good relationship. If you don't admire, then think again. There must be something, because you didn't marry him by mistake. You saw something, and now it slipped away. Find it, renew it, and develop not just a respect that every person has for everybody else, but a real admiration. And don't hesitate to say it. It wouldn't hurt. It can only make things better. If you enjoyed this conversation or this topic, and you're looking for more information, or you want to hear it again from another angle, there's a way to do that. And that is in this book. It's all there. Order it from Amazon. You can read it, reread it, and share it. These ideas, these messages, this approach to life, this approach to Torah, to meaning, and to morals is vital for the world today, and we need to get this message out to the entire world. It is universal, it's essential, it's indispensable. To support this effort, if you want to be a partner in this crime, check out the link and make a donation. It really helps a lot. And thank you in advance.